All right, so welcome, gentlemen. This is the Discover Your SecondAct Podcast.
What women want, I have done it all. Shaved my legs, waxed my chest, worn padded bras and lipsticks and mascara. And my biggest compliment I got was, your legs are sexier than ours.
I was carrying sanitary pads on my LinkedIn profile soaked in blood for 6 months. So
Really?
that made so many women proud what a man can do, and I think that is how I got inspired that I should be doing more for women.
This topic was always very taboo, right? Lingerie, kala polythene, and the moment you saw a kala polythene, you know exactly kya ja raha hai. Ya to pads hai ya lingerie hai.
आजकल दालिया है.
And we are not selling a discreet buy. We are selling something that she needs every day. It's a product that's closest to her heart, practically.
Pet food is far larger market than feminine hygiene in India. When we said, okay, let's focus that 40 years of a woman's journey from puberty to menopause, उसके बीच में women health में intimate hygiene में क्या चल रही वो हम निकाला.
Indian Asian countries, everybody wants to look gora. Colorbar is the only brand that has 33 shades. You think, be proud of who you are. गोरा बनने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है, गोरे गाए.
All right, so welcome, gentlemen. This is the Discover Your SecondAct Podcast. And I'm super excited because this is the first time I'm doing a panel like this. And I'm like so excited about it. And I hope that you will do a good justice to being here.
You'll be surprised.
You'll be surprised? Okay. I want to be
We will try. कोशिश जारी है.
All right. So let me just quickly introduce your names and then think about an elevator pitch that you would want to make about yourselves on this podcast. So this is Samir Modi. I got you here because you are the founder for Colorbar. This is a men's in the women's world podcast. So all three of you are associated to be in the women's world. So Colorbar is here. You are Vikas Bagaria. You are from peesafe, a women hygiene brand. But of course, like in the conversation, you said you also do a lot of work for men, and we will unfold that. Yeah. And of course, this is Abhay Batra from the lingerie world.
You got that right.
The clovia lingerie world. So welcome there. So quickly, if you can tell us in few words about yourself, that'd be great.
So as a person, I'm creative. As a person, I like to think differently. Mold, nahi chalta, making a difference is very important. I do a lot of work for Girl Child. I teach 20,000 children. I run a cosmetic brand. I try on my makeup. My children used to be embarrassed.
We've seen that.
Up, right?
It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
And now, no longer. And when say what women want, I have done it all. I've shaved my legs, waxed my chest, waxed my arms, worn padded bras and lipsticks and mascara and eyelashes. I've done the whole gamut. And in front of my entire organization.
Wow.
I walked in a session, they didn't recognize me. My biggest compliment I got was, your legs are sexier than ours. So that's me.
Very nice. Thank you for breaking the mold. Thank you for that introduction, guys. Now you have of course.
Wow. Oh, I won't able to match what Samir has been doing so far. But yeah, I'm an old school businessman. I call myself a businessman because I chase profit. But unfortunately, when you're in a startup world, you have to burn rather than chase profit or scale. I've been doing a lot of work. Aerospace defense, material handling equipment, safety. But I think why I'm here is because of peesafe.
Yes.
So a product which started, proudly say that the first in the world, the highest seller in the world. And we help women reduce the risk of UTI. Not only women, but men also use it. Peesafe has been created with a journey and I'll say that people have vision and a mission statement.
Right.
I have a purpose statement of bringing in innovative product from puberty to menopause. For that 40 years of women's health, how you can help them and take charge of their well-being. I think that's what I've been saying. Wish I know what women want.
No. Don't come to that question yet.
But I think I have been somewhat near to what women want.
Really? We'll unfold. I have lots of questions on that. Okay, coming to you, Abhay.
So hi, this is Abhay here. I represent Clovia. We are a solution-oriented fashion lingerie brand, one of the bigger ones in India. Of course, jockey is the king, but that's hardly fashion and hardly solution. So, so our where we are today in our journey is we sell a piece every 1.5 seconds. So that's where we are, and the target is to reach 50 million audience, and we are 20-30% there. So the next 2-3 years should be wonderful.
So have you tried some padded bras yourself?
Well, I can't say that, but whenever you come to my office, if you do, and I would love for you gentlemen also
So
to
you'll do a ramp
wear
up for
white.
us?
What you will see is on my table, there's an inchy tape always lying there, and somebody will come to my desk, boss, who are you and what do you do?
I have wore all the sanitary pads which we launched.
You have?
I used to wear panty liners for good 25 days. So I have tested sanitary pads. Of course, I can't use tampons for sure, but sanitary pads, yes, and underarm sweat pads, yes.
Wow.
So we live that journey every day, right? So every woman, and 70% of Clovia is women. So every woman is a Clovian, right? So you know every day, every day she will come to you and say, boss, this quality is bad. We fix it now, I'm standing here.
So the first thing which is coming to my mind is that, there is this myth बोल सकती हूँ या stereotype बोल सकती हूँ जब कहते हैं कि, औरत को समझना बहुत मुश्किल है. All right, this exists. And here 3 of you are there in the women's sphere. If you wouldn't understand women, you won't be able to create, what you're creating. So tell me, what is it when I tell you that, how is it for you to understand women? Where did it start? Do you really think you understand women and that's why you're here? So uncover something for me here.
I don't think you'll ever understand a woman.
Oh.
No, you can try to understand her because the moment you understand her, she's changed. I have grown up with women, my 2 daughters and my wife,
Okay.
and all our strong personalities. So I could never say I understand you, but I do understand the women products.
Okay.
Because from 2 eyes. One, I know how to make women look good. And I know how to more than look good, feel confident. So it's not really about creating the magic for every woman. And I'm not ashamed to try my makeup. My kids used to wonder why their dad is using makeup and why is he coming in magazine covers with lipstick on. And they soon realized that
That's a part of the job.
it's part of the job. Jo dikhta hai, wo bikhta hai. And if you can't use your own product,
Yeah.
then you have no right selling the product.
What do you have to say about that?
No, I think I same here. I've grown up looking at my sister, my mom, and then of course my wife and people around me. When it comes to health and when it comes to menstrual hygiene, still in India it's so much taboo. Nobody talks about it. I know so many couples where the husband doesn't know when wife periods start. So I saw that gap. That why can't we bring this topic
Right.
in front, right? When I started in 2017 as a company,
Right.
the penetration of pads in India or menstrual product in India was only 17%. In 6 years, we have able to achieve only 35%. So I don't understand women, but I understand the gap which women are having it. I understand what type of product they deal, or unlike makeup, you have instant gratification. For us, it's hush hush. जब मैं start किया था ना वो काली पन्नी में sanitary pads आते थे. Now it's all displayed. I was carrying sanitary pads on my LinkedIn profile, soaked in blood for 6 months. So
Really?
that made so many women proud of what a man can do, and I think that is how I got inspired that I should be doing more for women.
Wow.
So for me, unlike the 2 gentlemen here, I didn't. So I only had the pleasure of spending time with my mother. Of course, she's not here anymore with us, but she was more of a tomboy. She was not a woman per se. And in hindsight, now that I think about it, her journey with her lingerie, and I was thinking on my way here, it's something that I would want to talk about eventually or now. Even staying in Delhi, her lingerie shopping was one woman coming with a bag and selling it to her. And I'm talking about the 80s.
Correct, yes.
And selling her whites and maybe a peach, maybe an off-white.
Yeah.
That was her collection. And so we are 5 co-founders, right? And 2 of them are women. and they come from Haridwar, a small township in Haridwar. So and their experience was similar, right? They went to a shop and they asked for a bra, and trousseau actually, not a bra. And the retailer said he doesn't have anything other than these 3 colors, maybe a non-wired, non-padded bra. That's all he had stacked at that time.
Right.
So that's where we came in and we said, listen, we don't understand the pain, but we understand that there is a problem that needs solution.
Right.
And that's where, and for us men, the other 3, one is a lingerie man. He's been in lingerie for 25 years, Suman. For the other 2 of us, it was more of a journey. So I do product quality myself.
Okay.
And it's been the case since the past 10 years now. And I am thankful, grateful to God that I got to live this journey. It's so amazing. You can't sell to a woman based on only form and factor, right? You have to connect with her. You have to be her buddy. So we thought, and we are not selling a discrete buy. We are selling something that she needs every day, every hour, and it will stay. It's a product that's closest to her heart, practically. Right?
Absolutely.
So we thought, why not make this joyful? And so the whole brand is focused around joy. Happy is my superpower is our tagline, and it's a beautiful journey.
So great. And so, yeah, I'm feeling like already empowered by 3 men by my side, understanding the needs, the gaps, and the solutions for women. So if I ask you one word that comes to your mind when you think of a woman, what is that for you?
I can't describe a woman in one word.
You can't?
Describe a woman in one word.
Okay, so describe.
Enigmatic, enchanting, and magical.
Oh,
It's difficult to describe a woman, but if you say a couple of words, I'll say that journey. I think women is all about journey, and I think the different type of roles and responsibility a women take, I think that's a beautiful journey.
wow.
Nice.
Let's ask some women, is this a beautiful journey or is it like a journey which is given to her in her first act, as I say?
Yeah.
And then what we do with it is our second act, how we create that to be more meaningful. But most women get stuck in the first act of life when they're just playing roles of, a sister, a mother, a companion, a partner, and so many more. Yeah, I think next panel we should do with more women and men so that we have a healthy debate here. So do you
For
have
me,
some words?
The first word, and I want to introduce Hindi to this table now. And हमारे लिए एक word शब्द है अन्नदाता. So that's course, right? Woman is our annadata.
So nice.
The second is powerful. Like, she is powerful.
Right.
She tells you exactly what she needs, and in as many words. She will call you and tell you, boss, इस ब्रा में ये challenge है. इस brief में ये challenge है. And you know exactly what you have to do the next lot, and you will call her back and she'll say, done well.
But coming back to when you started, I mean, you are still younger than the other 2, but when you started, have you seen a shift in how women were to how women are shaping up to be? And of course, any of you can talk about
Completely.
And what is that?
I mean, just from the basic products. I mean, when I started, it was lipstick and nail polishers.
Huh.
Then it moved to saying, "Ami aankhein sundar karni hai." So beyond a surma, I want a pencil.
Right.
Then it moved to shadow. And today, the fast moving category is a foundation.
Acha.
But there's also a challenge there in Indian Asian countries. Everybody wants to look gora. कि मुझे एक shade पतली चाहिए, हल्की चाहिए than what my skin tone is. I think that India में colorbar is the only brand that has 33 shades.
Oh, wow. Foundation, 33
I
shades.
never knew that.
So for us, it's very important to celebrate your skin. We think be proud of who you are. गोरा बनने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. गोरे गए, बुलायत वापस.
Wanji.
We're fixated to goras. गोरा है तो भगवान है.
And the Gora ones are skin tone.
Yeah, they
They
go
want-
for sun
yeah.
tanning. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a major change. Not enough, but I'm finding that we're pushing hard. कि आपकी स्किन जैसी है बहुत सुंदर है, उसको हल्का करने की जरूरत नहीं है. But in small towns, you still see powder being used. Whitening, there's a product that uses magnesium.
Skin whitening.
No, magnesium.
Magnesium.
It's harmful.
Direct magnesium.
Harmful to skin. रात को लगाया, सुबह you're fair.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Oh God. Wow.
And that is one of the most popular products in small towns, including all the way to Pakistan.
Oh.
Especially the Muslim community.
There's so much that can be done on that, by the way. It's an amazing topic.
आप तो गोल्ड और diamond or
Yeah, so
silver
my-
mining mein.
Yeah, so my journey has always been for women. So I've seen women change, yes, but past 10 years have been more, closer to women. What we've seen is this topic was always very taboo, right? Lingerie, kala polythene, and the moment you saw kala polythene, you know exactly क्या जा रहा है. या तो pads हैं या lingerie है, right? दो ही चीज़ है.
आजकल डालिया है.
So what has changed in the past few years is women today are talking about it, men are talking about it. I am more concerned about my lady's lingerie than she is. I know more about her lingerie. Of course, that's me, but kept separate. Today, women have a solution for everything they need. Beginner's bra is still a real problem. 90% of girls in India don't know about a beginner's bra and don't know where to get it. So that's something we solved and trying to solve rather. And t-shirt bras didn't exist till a few years back. Now they're all over the place. You can get it anywhere. So first, availability is increasing. Second, fashion is increasing. Earlier, she wanted a good bra. She had to go to Victoria's Secret, pay that bloody
Kind of money, yeah.
$100, $200. We thought, pick up a Victoria's Secret, make it in $200, sell it for $300 or $400 or whatever, and make it available to her.
But I saw you're selling pataka bras also. Some bomb bras and pataka bras.
Why not? That's what you want to look,
I
right?
like the name. I like the name Pataka.
That's what you want to look, right?
Fulgari bra.
And I'm sure the men's are the buyer for those cars.
No, no comment. This is a family
Bra is a
podcast.
very interesting topic. I wanted to get into lingerie business for many years.
Really?
Never got into it.
Really?
And I think one of my shining moments was with the chairman of Sara Lee.
Yeah.
My father and me sitting in their office in New York. And I say, I love your product called Wonder Bra.
Yeah.
So my father looked at me like, what the hell is this idiot talking about, right?
She must have appreciated
I
it.
said, when he removed it, he wonder where they went. Obviously, the chairman of Sara Lee also didn't take it well.
Yeah.
The meeting ended quite soon after that. but yeah, the lingerie, I think, has a equal or an important role as makeup.
Yeah.
Like you said, very close to your heart, right? It's really
It's what makes her day bearable and it's what makes her feel confident.
confident. That is the word I'm saying.
We
She
say
looks at the mirror.
it's the first thing that goes on and it's the last thing that comes off, right? Practically. So,
Wow.
so it's
He summed up so well.
No, so that's what lingerie.
it's the thing that stays with her the longest. You know, she would get to the bra after her makeup, after her pad, everything, right? So our journey with her is the longest.
Yeah.
And for us, comfort is not something that we are offering. It's something that's a given. That's an assumption. That's level zero. That's where you
But I
start.
disagree with that. I disagree with what you comment
That is good.
completely.
What is that?
It's all about looking hot.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
That's true.
So the hotness and the confidence, I think that's what he.
But no, comfort. Let's talk about comfort. If you want comfort, go to LB and Miller. They're the most comfort bras. But you want sexiness, go to Agent Proctor. Right? It's like the Labouters. They're the most uncomfortable pair of shoes out there. Agent Proctor's the most uncomfortable bra out there, but you're still willing to pay £350 for the bra and it's £800 for the shoes. Because it's how you look. Yeah.
Yeah. True, but we also do need comfort because, like he said, it stays with us the whole day.
The comfort में दो चीजें हैं ना शाम को क्या पहनोगे और दिन में क्या पहनोगे
हाँ, ये भी बात
मेकअप में वही चीज है कि दिन में क्या पहनते हो शाम को क्या पहनते हो
सही बात.
शाम को it doesn't matter जैसे कि मुझे पार्टी के लिए जा रही है ना I want to look hot
Yeah.
मैन भी अब कहने लगा है कि I want to look hot
That's actually you made a brilliant point. So every brand is like it's like her lunch. One brand is her breakfast. One brand is her work. One brand is a dinner. One is a date. So exactly, I second that.
No, absolutely. And if I bring, when you asked about the change in women, I think what I have seen and I have experienced is something very, very powerful or empowering.
Okay.
When we were growing up, even my wife or my sister, they weren't allowed to use tampons, right? Though if you
Did
see,
tampons exist at that time?
Yes, of course.
I think
In India
tampons
as
were
well.
थे.
In India as well.
Yeah, yeah. But
हमारे time
but
से.
US, of course, they don't use sanitary pads. They use 98%
only
alcohol.
tampons,
Because especially women who are in sports, they want to wear tampons. But why it wasn't allowed? Because there were risk of getting the hymen broken, or they didn't want to
Right.
insert anything inside of a vagina.
The virginity.
Now those, or my sister or my wife, mother, they didn't allow them to do it. But now the generation. Now we have menstrual cups, which gets inside a vagina, which can be worn for 12 hours,
Right.
and you can pee, poop, and swim while wearing a menstrual cup, and you will never even know that you are on you're chumming, right?
Yeah.
This is the biggest change, that they want to use alternate period care products where
Right.
they are very ease of doing things which otherwise they were not supposed to. So the mothers are now bringing their daughters on the first period and they're celebrating it, right? The fathers are bringing the pads for the daughters, or they are
That's a
asking,
change, yes.
Can I get a cup for my daughter? So these are the few things which I've seen, and it's just so empowering.
Yeah.
The women have changed. In fact, both men and women, that they bring in cake for the first the puberty if the girl stages. I think that's the biggest change I have seen in a woman's psychic.
Yeah, I think what I have seen as a change is when my daughter is openly talking about it. I would never speak in front of my father if I was having a period. My daughter is like so open about it, saying, "Hey dad, you know what? Like, please, yeah, I'm just down right now. I can't do this." And I used to, in fact, that time feel shocked as a mother that how open is she and how does she do this,
So just to add this, in peesafe office, we have a red dot,
Acha.
a brooch, which you can wear it. So any women who are chumming or on the period, they wear it proudly that I'm chumming.
Oh, wow.
That is so brilliant. That is so
Brilliant.
brilliant.
That's how you normalize things, right? I mean,
if I walk into some gathering and if somebody say, I'm wearing peesafe, it means either they are using a sanitary pads or a cup or something like that. They said, I'm very peace-safe. It's not about the terrorist sanitizer, but our period care.
Better idea for you.
Acha.
Red is for women. Put up orange for men. I'm PMSing. Not that I'm chumming. I'm PMSing.
I am 100% with you. Every month I go through that time. I will order. I will do this
Hello.
office. Yes.
Like this whole thing.
And it's
PMSing to
exactly
women.
5 days.
This is PMSing for women. I said, shit, men PMS more than women.
But I think it's so important.
Yeah.
We may laugh out, but it's time that both men and women should understand that this is a natural phenomena.
Of course.
Even Supreme Court a couple of years back came out. They said menstruation is not a disease. Otherwise, we used to look at menstruation as a disease. I think it's time that we men need to change.
You're right. I think it's about time that men fight for women's right rather than women fight for women's right. I mean, I'm a firm believer of that.
Unless allies are there, how much can a woman to a woman do? We do need platforms like this where we start normalizing, right? I mean, and that's very important.
You see, in this world, they're double-edged rules, right? A man, for a woman outside his mother, sister, daughter, and women on outside periphery. Or how late can your girl be out? Like, hello? Like for many years in our family, people ask me, so लड़का कब हो रहा है? मैंने कहा, मामी जी, जब लड़कियां हैं, वो लड़के से better है, नहीं हो रहा. So, and like even in our traditional family, right? We have not done 8 fairas. We done only 5. 3 जब होते हैं, जब लड़का होता है.
अच्छा.
तो custom है कई Marwari families, Badiya families में. About to change.
I didn't know that.
About to change. My daughter, my parents said the Mundan ceremony की बड़ी quiet Mundan ceremony करेंगे. लड़का होता तो धूम का धाम करते हैं, मतलब धूमधाम से होगी.
लेकिन ये सब 30 साल पहले की बात है.
But
he's lived through it. I mean, see the emotions.
I'm from the same Marwari family. I know that.
No, but it's still, I disagree that it's a change. It's changed very marginally.
Yeah.
It's
changed in Delhi going down.
We Banyas and Marwadis are still very conservative in our approach when it comes to your daughters. I learned it the hard way. Believe me. Like, for example, my daughter wants to go to Bollywood. I told my mother she's not going for training. My mother stopped talking to me. 2 साल हो गए बात नहीं करी उन्होंने. I told my daughter, you're okay to go do your dreams.
चलो आप ये बोल ही रहे हो तो आपसे एक controversial question पूछ ही लेते हैं. How is it being a Modi?
Always being a Modi has been a tough journey being a Modi. Because you come with a preconceived notion
Yeah,
even before you enter the room.
that's true.
And that's the tough part.
Well, not in this one, for sure.
हाँ देखो
No, not in this one, but you see generally.
The overall as a Samir the Modi.
Today I was with my chacha and you talked, he's got giving me some gyan about Modi. मैं कहा सारे मोदी का known to fight. उनका पेशा है, in our family 18 separation हुए.
Wow.
So Modi come with a reputation. So that's why मेरी दूसरी बात है, मैं लॉयर आस्मी थी तुम्हारी सौतेली माँ क्यों कर रही है ऐसे? तो सौतेली नहीं है, मैं आई एम मोदी, आई एम बॉर्न इन ब्लड. तो ये अभी थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन मेरे दिमाग में भी ये है.
अच्छा आपके भी दिमाग में
और मेरे दिमाग में ये था कि मैं ट्रूली अ मोदी. So I got DNA testing done.
What are you saying?
Last year I sent my mother's hair, sister's hair, my hair to Australia. फिर DNA testing करो यार. ये यहाँ इनके ट्रीटी सेव नहीं है. मैं हॉस्पिटल बदल तो नहीं गया. That is the pressure. Being a Modi कह लीजिए, मोदी कह लीजिए, बिरला कह लीजिए, टाटा कह लीजिए, फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Internal pressure of being in the family starts the day you're born. It's not nothing to do with the ecosystem building.
But have your children been able to, like you have been able to detach them from this, or do they also feel like this?
You know, they feel, but what's happened is that I have taken the hit to protect them from the larger family. Like my daughter wanted to be a Bollywood actress. हमारी family Bollywood actress is a no. Like I for many years said that to her कि 2 साल try कर लो, उसका घर आकर ट्रेनिंग कर काम पे लग जाओ, शादी कर लो, तुम्हारे हस्बैंड के ऊपर है. Then she came to me dad one day कि भाई it's my dream. So I had to go to my mother saying कि she is not going for training, she is going to Bollywood. So and honestly, since that day mother stopped talking to me. 2.5 साल हो गए, she stopped talking to me properly because I allowed my daughter to go to Bollywood. So it's a tough one. Because they just in families like ours, the double standards from the generation ahead and generation behind, and we are stuck. You see, my parents were born as slaves. My children are born in independent India. So
That is true.
you get slavery from one side and you get independent on the other side. So how to piss guy?
No, our generation is actually, I think it's been
Somewhere in the middle, stuck in the middle.
in the middle.
Yeah.
See, we were born in a free country. Our parents were born as slaves.
Taught by slaves.
Taught by slaves. So after independence, they only knew slavery.
Right.
Our children will not accept what we accept from our parents.
Yeah.
I remember I was in Washington, my wife and me, from India. He called me, क्या कर रहे हो? कुछ नहीं, कल मिलते हैं. तो मैं कहा क्या Washington आ रहे हो? He said नहीं. मैं न्यूयॉर्क आ रहे हैं? He said नहीं.
अच्छा.
तो कल कैसे मिलेंगे? दिल्ली में? So we turned up, we went back to our friend's house, picked up our luggage, went to the airport, caught a flight back.
What?
Wow.
I would tell my daughters that today, गड़ी है लगा.
वो भला है. जरूर.
They change it.
हाँ,
They change that.
ये चीज़ तो है. ये तो है.
And so even today, my father was alive. He could say X and you shut up and do it. And that's accepted, it's wanted. I say Motis, that generation demands that. That subservientness.
True.
जी हुकुम.
जी हुकुम.
हमारे बच्चे
आपको कर रहे होगे yes.
मैं बच्चे को कर रहा हूँ जी मैम listen.
I feel you.
Got TV yesterday, Dad, I'm managing 2 houses. You 2 household. Mine and yours. तो किसने जा दिया आपको मेरे हाउस बनने के लिए?
I know.
So that is the.
But hats off to you. I mean, I feel you.
It's a double edge. Today my mother is the chairman. So it's a double edged sword. One side she's my mother, one side she's the chairman. One side is the whole hukum, ji hukum. So it's okay. It's a learning process.
Yeah, but sorry, I had to bring it up because we all want to know.
I love it.
We all
दुनिया जानना चाहती है क्या है मोदी.
बिल्कुल. So आपसे मैं ये पूछना चाहती हूँ कि रिलायंस के साथ जो आपने ये किया है अपना बहुत बड़ा लाइक लिटरली मर्जर कह सकते हैं या एक्विजिशन कह सकते हैं. Was it to be in the world's most expensive wedding ever? Like, what was your intention behind it, and how was it?
So, give a context. We were one of the biggest D2C exits in the apparel space, and we sold to Reliance. They are now more than 90% holders, and so intention. I mean, शादी का न्योता है. It doesn't come with intention. It comes and it comes.
Okay.
So when we went, it was a massive affair, and I was sharing before also. It's more than 10,000 people in the same venue. Huge venue. I mean, you couldn't walk the venue even if you tried to. But what stuck out to me was, and I'm a Punjabi, we have a lot of folks in our wedding. My wedding had 1,000 people, of course. No comparisons. Mind you, I couldn't meet all of them at my wedding. But the Ambanis, I mean, hats off and amazing. So personal the affair was. 10,000 people, all of them met them and shook hands with all of them.
Wow.
And that was for me.
Was it an AI clone somewhere, because it's humanly not possible?
Listen,
What? It's not possible.
There were, I think, how many? 6, 7, 8 family members, and of course kids as well. And I think 10,000 people, so it would have taken at least 12 hours for everyone to meet.
Yes.
You couldn't count the number of security guards. And
of course.
But also one thing stuck out. There was an AV running, which we stood in line for an hour to watch. It was about Vishnu's 10 avatars. And yeah, it was so heartening.
Wow.
That, and who would find something like this on a wedding?
Yeah.
For me, it was mind blowing. It wasn't the food, it wasn't the people, but it was just
The way
who
they
you
did it,
are.
yes.
And you're so proud to show who you are. I mean, that for me really stood out, and that is respect. That it doesn't come with money.
Right.
A lot of people have money. A lot of people know how to blow money, but that is so personal.
So beautiful. Thanks for sharing. I think a lot of us wanted to know anyway, how is it to be in the middle of the Ambani wedding? Any of you got invited?
I didn't qualify. I didn't qualify.
Yeah.
But one thing on the commercial side,
Right. Yes.
you saw everybody under the sun. And I'm a music lover, so for me, and every musician in the country was there singing. Rahman Saab was there for 7 hours on stage, either singing, performing, orchestrating, 7 hours straight.
Wow.
And that's when I got tired. I said, I can't watch you anymore, boss. But he was still playing on.
Achha.
So that's the commercial end of it. You name any singer.
Yeah.
Anyone.
Everybody.
They were all there and all performing back to back, round table performance for 7 hours.
So I want to ask you one question is, what stood out for you? I know that you started peesafe because of course, the whole UTI thing that you experienced, and we all do in our families, just that we don't do anything about it. You decided to do something about it. But what stood out for you during your journey from peesafe until now? Any experience that really triggered, something that you're doing, or something that really jolted you to say, like, I need to be solving this issue? What is it that you really feel today?
I think I was in that age when I was 40. I think it's 10 years now that peesafe has got, we have discovered. And it had many challenges at that point of time. Maybe a little bit of privileged, maybe a little bit of good, my journey.
Right.
So when Srina, my wife, suffered from UTI, it was so severe that she was hospitalized. And when I was reading data, we saw around 200 million women globally suffer from UTI.
Oh.
India में जो कि reported case है. And nobody was talking about it. Even Srijana भी मेरे को urine infection है. UTI करके कोई नहीं पता. So Canada इसके पास नहीं आया. So then when we're talking to doctors, पता लगा कि यार it can be you keep on holding on the pee, you drink less of water, or you sit on an unsanitized toilet seat. There are other reasons as well.
Right.
ऐसे क्या चीज़ सॉल्व किया जा सकता है वो था कि भाई अनसैनिटाइज टॉयलेट सीट को सॉल्व किया जा सकता है. So that is how I started. The idea was कि we can, and again purpose, कैसे we help women At least go to the sanitized washroom.
Right.
And it's not only an India problem, it's a global problem.
Yes.
So that's made me started. But again, when 2013 से 2017 तक I sold few things, people said, "Hey, P भी कोई brand नहीं रखता है क्या? That will be चला जाए."
Of course.
उसी को मैं success बनाऊंगा. Hundreds of investors, customers कभी नहीं बोले. Investors, friends, families, co-founders, नहीं यार P कोई brand नहीं रखता. यही है, वो radiant proof नहीं. और आज वो डिटॉल जैसे हो गया. डिटॉल यार Xerox. आप कभी फोटोकॉपी या एंटीसेप्टिक लोशन नहीं बोलते हो, वैसे ही पीसेफ है. आप कोई के पास आएगा वो पीसेफ ही बोलेगा, चाहे आज रैकेट ने कॉपी कर लिया हमारे प्रोडक्ट, बट वो पीसेफ ही लोग आके मांगते हैं.
So nice.
सो नाउ द आइडिया वाज एक प्रोडक्ट से नहीं बन सकता, तो क्या करना.
Right.
That how can I go towards women's health? How can I break the taboo of menstruation, sexual wellness, women's pleasure? So when we said, okay, let's focus that 40 years of a woman's journey from puberty to menopause. उसके बीच में women health में, women intimate hygiene में क्या चाहिए, वो हम निकाल रहे. I think that made my journey what is there. It's a very difficult, very lonely. Again, pet food is far larger market than feminine hygiene in India.
Before you ask another question, I also keep a peesafe bottle in my bag all the time, so it's not just for women.
It's for men. In fact, I'll just give you an example. I don't know how many of us know, you must be knowing that men's underwear, 80% of men's underwear bought by women.
Yeah.
Right? अब पता नहीं डेटा चेंज हो गया.
हो गया होगा.
No, I'm on the receiving end, so I can tell you, yes.
Really?
So we had women's intimate wash. I had this habit of talking to my one customer every week. I still do that. And we got to know that women wanted a men's intimate wash. And we bought that. And I can happily say that it's the number one product in UK, in Canada, and in Germany. India में अभी भी लोग उसको men's intimate wash या हम साबुन लगा लेंगे. लेकिन वो men's
That is so powerful.
because
Yes,
pH
you're
factor,
right.
pH balance ये सब चाहिए. But they understand. And the shaving stick.
And that's also a cause of UTI.
Absolutely.
Exactly. They said no, not to
No,
put
I won't-
soap.
So
right?
you solved two problems.
No, I won't say that an intimate wash reduces UTI. No.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. So I want to stand correct on this. No. But it's for you're managing your pH balance about your intimate area. Right. So that is how we have launched a product, because a women came and said that why we should have all the fun. Right? So that is how we.
What's they called?
It's Peasafe Men. It's Peasafe Men Intimate Wash.
See?
We have Peasafe menstrual cups. So Peasafe, the product name became a brand name. It's so powerful.
Very nice.
So powerful.
So cool.
We are touching close to 20 million unique users now.
Arey wah. No, I want to ask you, you talk about women pleasure, right? So women to women, we don't talk about our pleasure. How does a man in this field really get to what women want?
It's very difficult.
That is such a brilliant and on-point observation. Women don't talk to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think women don't talk to each other, but they talk to their male friends, or they talk to.
Oh, they do?
They do.
Okay. That's information. Okay.
They do. It's absolutely true that they don't talk about pleasure. People or women do suffer because sometimes you need pleasure for your hormone stuff and the mood change and other stuff. But I think the things have changed thanks to the Gen Zs, thanks to the Instagram, and thanks to these so many advocates of women pleasure that people have started talking about it. There are so many new age brands who have come up and they're talking about it. Even there are a lot of doctors, the gynecologists, they are recommending women, especially after 35 or 40, when they are into sexless marriages or something like that, that they should go for pleasure. And I think that's how still it's a taboo. Still, it's not allowed to import. It's a second list after narcotics, pornography. Though the vibrators, if it doesn't look like a human organ, it's not pornography. But there's so much of
Yeah.
I think you're looking at the wrong end of this. And there are enough companies out here in India who are bigger than most pleasure or sex toys in the world.
हाँ, but बहुत hush हो रहा है. It's not very openly discussed. Oh, what vibrator do you have? What sex toy do you have? What?
A shout out to all the founders or
Yeah.
want to be founders, it's a category that has a lot of
I
juice.
think the whole thing of pleasure, whole thing of safety. I mean, you're talking about either it's a lingerie or talking about peesafe or makeup.
Yeah.
I think there's a great synergy happening as well.
Yes.
Like I don't think that I told my team let's talk to lingerie companies.
Yeah.
They do lingerie and makeup sets,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why not?
Why not?
What a nice thing.
sex toys. I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
Absolutely. आपको शायद याद हो या नहीं हो पता नहीं, but 2018-19 में clovia and peesafe tied up.
अच्छा.
No,
Yeah.
we were giving like a lot of giveaways. So
Acha.
clovia's panties with intimate washes, or clovia panties with panty liners.
Why not?
That's what we have done, because panty liners, the largest seller of panty liners, we sell more than Whispers. And
Listen, if something comes out of this podcast, 3 of you will please give me, good equity out of the
Royalty.
companies or royalty.
No, we are averse to
वैसे
giving
partnership-
equity. Royalties.
Equity, royalty, whatever.
It goes other way around also. If this podcast hits the sky, we will also want to share.
It's a good one.
ये फाउंडर मेंटालिटी में यही होता है। ये सही बात है। अगर ये पॉडकास्ट हम 3 आदमियों के जैसे आगे बढ़ जाए ऊपर,
This is the one.
बहुत कहते हैं कि हमें करना था कि यार how can you protect your expensive underwear, panty liner लगा.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there are now multiple products for this. Exactly.
You know, when I waxed my legs and rubbed the hair removal cream for my chest and for my arms, and wore a short skirt, red color, wore earrings and a wig and pumps, and went into my office. It's a nice feeling.
Yeah, how did you feel?
Oh, I felt hot.
No, I'll
I felt hot.
give a different.
And I posted it on my Instagram.
You did?
Yeah.
No, I'll send you a video.
I got somebody recommend what kind of gimmick is this? And I wrote back, it's not gimmick.
Yeah.
It's called trial.
Before and after, I've seen the.
Use before sell.
Yeah.
But believe me, it was cumbersome. That took a long time to do.
Of course.
So how you guys do it so quickly. And long time to get to that
हम
process.
पैदा ही उससे होते हैं.
But I got CTR बधाई, girl thing.
But that's very bold.
Oh my God, you have, Mr. Modi, you have sexy legs. I mean, it was a great feeling of it. And listen, all the hair hasn't come back, but what they said to me yesterday, she just said next to me, one thing I had, Dad, you don't have that much hair. I have more hair than you. So I was like, darling, yeah, I waxed it last month.
ये हमने अभी किया है.
Few also. Few not last month.
So I want to give a different story to this. It was 2016, 17, when I was fighting very hard to get a man talking about menstrual hygiene, and there were only women at that point of time. Deep just came up. So Deep came after 2 years. So I wanted to be a part of that conversation which women used to do. So
Right.
finally, I got an invite in all women forum talking about menstruation and sex, pleasure, and other stuff. For me, walking into that room full of women and
Yeah.
the only men,
Yeah.
that day I realized that how when a women walk into a
Man's room.
room of men's room, how they
Wow.
Wow.
it was
Nice.
so much of learning. Everyone was looking at you. You as a one person, what man in that room. So I said, I can't even imagine, because woman has been, they have been walking right into a men's world and taking everything out. So I realized that how difficult would have been long
Yeah.
back when women.
Even today, by the way.
Why say
even
long back, even today?
I mean, it's not easy for us to, firstly, to get to the boardroom. I have been in leadership positions. I can tell you that even being in leadership positions, it's very intimidating because you're not in majority at all. You're still in minority. People look at you. You are still stereotyped in many ways. It's not easy. It's not easy.
You're the only woman on this podcast and
I'm feeling
in this
very
building.
confident. I'm being like, I really feel very, very lucky to you.
But it has been a challenge. It actually has been a challenge for a long time. Even today, my women, because I got all my bad managers, all are women. The concept of who's he
What does he know?
to say, ye not karna chahiye. So that's the opposite, right? When women walk into boardroom, they get intimidated. When I walk into my boardroom, I get intimidated. It's the way around.
Very well done. Very well. That means that things are really shifting. So if there was one thing still that you could change with the kind of work that you're doing for women, what would that be?
So today 70% of our customer base is tier 3 and tier 4.
Right.
And we are a mass brand, right? So there was a concept earlier that there is a mass, there is a masstige, in between bridge, and there is a premium.
Right.
Now there is no such bridge. There is either mass or there is premium, right?
yeah.
You have Zudio, you have the Marks and Spencers, etc.
Yeah.
of it. We want to be a mass brand. Of course, there are women in South Delhi, South Bombay, or whatever, buying clovia today, and there are still 40% of them. So we love them as well. So nothing against, but we want to go to as many tier 3, tier 4 cities and women, and we want to share the love that we have for them and make their life also joyous, because we know they struggle. Today we sell online 225 rupees a bra, right? I want to bring it down to 100 and say, you please take it, you wear a bra, look good, and next time, it's a simple problem, we have a lot of such issues that we solved in office. In a joint family,
Right.
typical, when a woman wears a nightie and she wants to take off her bra, what does she do? She takes a chunni, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't wear the bra 24 hours and you want to come out in front of family. Somebody in the office, some designer came up and said, why not make frills around that space? So it's an automatic chunni, right? So this is the love that we want to take everywhere and make her life more simpler, easier. She doesn't have to fret about these smaller things because we are here for her.
Okay. That's great. Inshallah. As they say, Amen. What about you? If there's anything that you could change?
Not from the brand side, but as an overall, I can say that
Yes.
because I always stand for he or she. I always tell my men folk, you can say that if a professional woman, has been transferred somewhere, right? Will you leave your job and move with that woman to that city? I think what we need right now and what change, that women should be invested. Women are not getting funding, they should be invested. And a husband should actually quit his job and move with a wife. I think that's what, otherwise we are doing all our stuff, but if you can able to do that and bring more women into workforce, India ka GDP already 2-3 trillion ऐसे बढ़ जाएगा if we can get only 25% of women into the Indian workforce.
Thank you, Vikas. I think being a woman myself, anything that I got out of the country, I refused myself because I just knew that this is not a possibility. So I did not take those positions which came to me, once upon a time. And I said, no, it can't be me. I can't be moving. Gautam, like my husband won't move with me. So how will I ever get
I had lost so many amazing talent.
Yeah,
Because
I can
they
imagine.
quitted their job because the husband has moved out of the city. Why can't be the reverse?
Love you for that. Samir.
So the earlier question of pleasure
Huh.
is really what I'm taking a risk on,
Nice.
or the punter on.
It's a good one.
That's a good one.
Is straps, bits, vibrators, and pleasure tools to become part of the colorbar portfolio, including sexy lipstick. What does sexy lipstick with lace mean? What is your first kiss, your first wedding, honeymoon lipstick? You have now pawn that is 5,000 rupees. Why can't there be lipstick that enhances your sexual pleasure on your first night?
Yeah.
That is the route I'm exploring. I don't know whether I will get there.
You'll get there.
That is
We are
one-
all going to try.
That is one. The second one which I'm struggling with is women's safety. So you want to build a women's safety product, it's the electronic safety product inside the lipstick.
Oh,
Inside the lipstick.
I've been
Inside.
doing this for last 14 years now. You could
inside
say-
the lipstick.
Oh, we have done everything, everything. We have
Acha.
done all wearable devices under safetycard.com, but I think that's changed. The time has changed. I was very ahead of my time. I think.
Yeah, so
it's the need of the hour.
like a jewel operator, basically.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so This is such an interesting conversation. This doesn't deserve to be like wrapped up here, but I want everybody to hear every bit of it. So we will make it short and sweet, and we will come to part 2 of it when you have launched your sex toys business, and when you have gone more into the pleasure business, and when you have made every woman look sexier than ever. So second part will come then. We have to, of course, have this very beautiful question for the podcast. And what is your second act is that thing that I want to ask, because this is a second act podcast. Second act is a metaphor of what you think second act could be. It could be a beginning to something. It could be a bigger purpose to something. It could be reinventing yourself. It could be finding something which never existed before. So once I left my corporate life after 30 years, all that I'm doing is my second act. Having beautiful people like you here, doing lots of workshops and retreats, being a podcaster, doing social work, having an NGO. Life is limitless. And I feel this is exactly what I feel second act can do to people. So tap into your, some part of you which you never knew that existed before. So what is your second act which you never knew existed?
So I always wanted to open a restaurant.
अच्छा.
When my mother opened, I used to...
आपके हाथ का तो मैंने खाना खाया.
Right? So I'm actually right now launching 5 new businesses. The 6th one going to be a pizzeria. A 22-seater pizzeria with hand-rolled pizzas made by me. It's similar to a restaurant in New York called the Kali.
अच्छा.
And the prelude to that, I've already started making my own chili sauces. So I now make my own 5 different kind of chili sauces, including one of those best momo sauces out there, which I actually want to sell. Freshly made chili sauces by me in my kitchen.
Wow.
Delivered fresh to your home.
Brilliant.
Wow. The Momo lipstick is coming, yeah? Snacking.
So it's I'm very excited about this. And I'm launching a lifestyle business called Banaras Bhang,
Achha.
which is brands from across the world, including vintage. We're looking at about 1,900 products to open our first store. And we're doing a pop-up in my office.
Sometimes getting thrown out of home can do magic, right?
Yeah, so absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes,
Not
always.
wishing to
Like,
be
not
in your
sometimes,
life.
not sometimes, always. You have to reinvent yourself, right? Because it's given rise to my passion. Because stress is so high, how do you de-stress?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stress of being thrown out, the stress of family politics, the stress of fighting, and working in the same family business. There is nowhere to decompress.
Right.
So my decompresses passion businesses I've been wanting to start for 30 years, starting them,
Wow.
and including a gin called Banaras Bhang.
Wow.
Waiting
Well,
for
that's
that.
Interesting. Look forward.
Look forward to that.
Drink forward.
Drink forward to
Drink
that.
forward.
Okay, thank you. That's a very interesting series of second acts coming. What about you?
I think I've found that second act of mine, and I'm already into it. I have that purpose of increasing the penetration of menstrual hygiene product in India.
Yeah.
I think having only 35 to 40% penetration, 65% of menstruator, because men also bleed, they don't use a beaded care product. They use ashes, banana leaves, newspaper, rugs. So how can you bring those into that gambit of menstrual hygiene product? I think that's what my purpose is. That's what I want to do.
Very interesting.
I really want to focus on thing which women they always neglect is vagina. That's why I want to be known as a pro-vagina activist, because all my products are making them healthy, making their reproduct healthy, making their urinary tract healthy, or making their sexual wellness or pleasure to that. So I think that's what I want to be working on and to be remembered as.
All right.
Well, I'm fairly young and exuberant compared to you all. I don't have a 30-year-old journey. I don't want to keep doing, and I don't have 2 beautiful big daughters. I'm a recent father, 1.5-year-old son. So my second act is, also enjoying life away from the commercial aspects of life.
Yeah.
And one thing that I came across, thanks to some people in my life, I came across some part of spirituality, do some Reiki, just started learning. So
Oh, that's wonderful.
that's something I'm working on, and I
Yeah.
think evolving more as a person is when the third and fourth and fifth will automatically come.
Yeah.
Because I don't see myself getting kicked out and, finding my passion. So I have to look within and then find my passion.
So
So
that's the second act. Today I'm the second act. I'll tell you why. Because I've lost.
Sir, you're the fifth act, right?
No, I lost 27 kilos.
Oh, wow.
And I nearly died last month. So I feel like I've got reborn.
What happened?
I had a seizure. And I took them 1 hour to revive.
Oh my God.
You have to actually call my daughter back from Bombay saying your father may not survive. So for me, I'm the second act.
Yeah.
It's not even a question of the businesses I do, the way I feel, the way I look, the way I take life.
So cheers, you men. You really made it happen. And this podcast will go so wild. I can already see that. And you are the stakeholder in it. And I will share all the profits with you, I promise you.
Share the love.
Share the love.
Share the love.
Share the
I'll
love.
share the second acts with you. So thank you for being here. What a
Our
beautiful,
pleasure.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Wish you great success in your second act and may you make tons of money and spread goodness around the world.
Yeah, goodness is more important. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.